All right, Dan, you ready? We're gonna go. We're gonna go.
Is this a sooty and sweep show?
Get your A game on. Start. We got to be good. Dan, what are we doing here? Come on.
We're playing sooty and sweep. No,
Yes.
we are putting Gyeon rims.
Yes.
On my new rims.
What
John.
rims are these, man?
So these are my Oz Super Legra 3-piece that I've owned for quite a while.
Yes.
And I let them rot in the garden shed. So I've had them all refurbished. Powder coat black on the back, gold front.
Yes.
Heavily polished lips by Feist.
Yes.
We've just gone and got brand new Michelin PS2s put on there.
Yes.
So now we are doing a Johnny and we're going to coat them up with some ceramic love.
Yes, we are.
And the idea of this, John, is to stop, to help.
Just help keep them
against
clean.
like pitting, like brake dust eating into them and just make the dirt come off a bit easier.
That's what it does. You know, I think it lasts 1 or 2 years, and it does make cleaning the alloy a bit easier. You still got to clean them, but if you clean them regularly, squirt a bit of wet coat in, you'll notice that.
And a lot of people don't clean the inside of their wheels.
You've got to get in that
you've
barrel.
got to get in there because it all pits in there and it just
does.
looks horrible, but it also eats
and it
into
builds up, doesn't it, in the gap between the back of the face and like where it's bolted in.
And then all these edges.
And it gets underneath, so you've got to just clean it regularly as well. So I'll load you up, Dan.
Yeah. Load me up, Buttercup, and your little Gyeon pad. So you're just wiping this in, yeah? This is like you're just trying to put a coating on.
Yeah, we'll put it on quite thick in the barrel.
Okay.
We've got plenty of coating. I think what's this, 30ml bottle. So you just want a good, nice thin layer. If you do that third one there,
the end one, this last one.
I think you'll be out of camera shot. So if you do that one,
and
that's
I'm just wiping it round.
Yes.
To coat it.
So remember, if you start in the middle and then go do the whole inner. Okay, you got it. You got it. You got to get it everywhere. That's the thing. After you've done the barrel, do the insides of the.
I can see that you've got to get so it goes shiny. It's like glue, isn't it? It's like
it's almost like putting. It's just coating. So.
John kindly gave me some black wheel weights as well, so we got the tyre guy to put black wheel weights on there instead of horrible silvery grey ones.
Yes.
So they look good. Yeah,
it does make a difference, mate. Especially if you've got black.
Well, these are my show wheels, John. You know, these wheels are not going to go on track. These are like, it's a sunny day, you're going to a cars and coffee meet, you want the car to look banging, you know, it's all detailed up. These are your show wheels.
Yeah. We're going to use the rest of this bottle up now. We're going to use about half a bottle. Ooh, you do sometimes get a bit of dirt or whatever that is. Yeah. Just with an alloy wheel, it's just part of it. We washed these first and then we Gyeon Prepped them. But you go right in, you might get a little bit of grease from somewhere.
Yeah, it came from somewhere.
So you could clean that off or flip it. And you should wear double gloves. I'm out of gloves, so I gave Dan one and I got the other one. So this is just how.
Not glove.
Well, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine.
It does smell a bit gluey. Really.
Yeah, well, it's got some naphtha in it, and it's got some. If you get a rainbow flash, and it's got naphtha in it, and it's got like a ether, that usually has that minty smell with coatings. But this
reminds me of. Do you remember you used to make Airfix models?
Yeah,
glue.
Yeah, well, that's the same thing. That's naphtha. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, that glue for Airfix models used to have the same smell. Yeah. Now with this, this is the thing that's I find interesting. Is like in the barrels, I'm not going to buff that. We just put it in a thick layer because it looks absolutely fine. But some people do, and the coating manufacturers probably recommend that you buff your coating. I will on the faces because we don't want any like little high spots or anything. In the barrels, it doesn't matter.
No, you're not worried about like
these aren't going to come off the car for a couple of years, and by then the coating would have eroded away anyway because it's getting blasted with brake dust.
Mate, these will be off the car every time I wash it.
Yeah. So I'm going to do the insides of the spokes now. Just go round there because this stuff gets up dirt as well. So if you can do the inners of the spokes, it stops that part getting dirty. Yeah, it just makes it easier to clean, hopefully.
Pretty sure I've got everywhere in there, John.
Yeah, I mean.
Shall I do this fourth one now?
Yeah, if you we'll do all the insides first, and we'll spin them around and do the faces. So if you've got everywhere,
Yeah.
we're good. This coating bottle is old as well, but it's been sealed up well after I used it, and it looked fine. Usually when they go all cloudy and like there's bits in them and this, you know, bin them. But we're taking a bit of a risk here, but I think it'd be absolutely fine. Some people will say, "Oh, you should have got a new one," but it's like if you've got it, use it, and if it doesn't work, well, go and get one.
Well, there's no point wasting it. If
No.
it, like you say, if it still works.
You can smell the solvent, and it's probably
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, that's what I mean.
But it might not be optimal, but generally, if they look good in the bottle, they tend to work.
That's the rules.
Yeah.
It's the same with polishes and that. You know, there's always an optimum, but
Yeah.
if they haven't gone off,
If a polish is all loose still,
yeah.
like their
When it's all
emulsions
clogged
there,
up and it's all separated, then it's
the old
done. isn't
solvent polishes used to dry out if you kept them
Yes.
too long. But these,
Auto Gleam,
mate, I've had some polishes for years.
it? Auto Gleam Super Resin, that used to
Mate,
go rock hard.
I've got a bottle of that must be over 10 years old, I think.
I think most people's sheds have got a bottle of that over 10 years old.
Yeah, but it still works. It's still loose because it's all sealed on the cap, but the lid might get a bit crusty or something. Yeah, most of these things, if they look okay, they're generally all right. Same with the paste wax. If it's not all dried out, like gone into a big dry ball, then it's got solvent in it. It's probably still usable.
You get high off this. Woo! It's very strong. I like that though, because to me that feels like when you smell that.
Well, we've got the
solvent
garage door open there as well, so we're getting a good airflow in here.
Yeah, it feels like I feel like we're doing something. Like, you know, you're really putting something on here. You can.
Yeah, well, it is a strong
yeah.
solvent, but yeah, it's more solvent you're smelling, and
Yes.
and ether. You're not sort of like you're not sniffing so much ceramic, but yeah, you wouldn't want to be in here with the garage closed.
No, I think it'd be quite strong, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it can give you a headache if you
They
do
look
it.
really shiny now, don't they?
Yeah,
Put a
it's
nice
got-
shine on them.
Yeah, it won't affect the finish too much, but it's wet, so it will dry off, and then you won't even be able to see it. Then it won't affect the finish. And it beads well as well. This thing.
Yeah, that's what I want. I just want it so that the water beads off of it,
Yeah.
and when the brake dust and that gets on it, you know, when you just could do your car a quick jet wash,
yeah.
it just it moves.
It's like when you
don't
get
have to
anything
get in there and
freshly
scrub.
painted, it's all like hydrophobic and clean
Yeah.
as well. So you're seeing like all that fresh lacquer or whatever repelling water. That goes as soon as it gets dirty and you wash it a
Yes.
couple of times. It's like another material, but it stays there a bit longer, you know. But it will diminish. Like
Yeah.
they're great. The first time you wash it, it's like wow. Then in 6 months' time, you'll see a bit of hydrophobicity. But that's why you want to get some of that wet coat. When you go
Just
in there,
keep on it.
scrub
Yeah.
out the barrel and spray it all in, jet wash it off without taking
I
the alloy
will.
off.
This is the thing. These wheels I'll keep really clean because, like I say, they're my pretty wheels, my show wheels.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
When I take them off the car, when I've been and done a show or whatever,
Yeah.
I'll probably take them off the car. If I know like, oh, I'm going on a big long drive in a month's time, I'll take these off the car.
Yeah.
And I'll put on a, you know, and I've got wets and dries, haven't I? I've got 2 other sets of Oz wheels. One set has PS4S's. These are running PS2s, and then I have a set of dries, Oz Allegra one piece, and 2 sets of them, one for wets and one for dries. And the dries run track tyres. So
Yeah.
I'd never run these on track.
You got a good setup there now.
Although
yeah.
I did run these on track when I first owned them.
Yeah, but they were in bad shape. They look
Yeah,
good
they
now.
weren't that good. I need
So
to
you want to
spin my
keep
one.
you want to keep these minty.
Yes, but that's the whole point. I want a set of proper blingy show wheels, and that's what I've built here. But I didn't want to buy a set of BBSs like everybody else. I just wanted to be a bit different, so I decided to put the money into a set of wheels I already owned. You know, I already run these on the car for a year. I've already owned them when they were silver, and I've already sort of tarnished them because I did track them.
Did you?
Yeah, I tracked on them when I first had them. They had those Potenza Sports on. Do you remember when we went to Anglesey?
Oh, yeah.
And you were surprised how good the Potenzas were in the wet.
Mate, they weren't sports. They were Potenzas. Because the sports were brand new, and like you had ancient tyres.
But they worked well, didn't they?
They're all right.
They were
Bridgestone
all right.
Potenzas are all right, but those
So,
Potenza sports. Are
I
not-
spin the
not
cloth
great.
around now, yeah?
You can do from the
pad.
cleaner side, yeah. Yeah, if you
And
got.
now I'm going with the gold on the gold, yeah?
Yeah.
There's a bit of water there. I've got to watch that, haven't I?
Yeah, we did try and blow it all out, but yeah, just pick that up. You don't want it wet. Yeah, so we washed it with APC. We used microfiber and just a wash mitt and a tyre brush. Even some of that grey stuff's still on that tyre. But when we dress it, that will also break that down as well.
Yeah.
We'll dress these up.
That's the stuff you was talking about.
Yeah, well, once you dress these, it will mask all that. These are brand new tyres, so...
yeah, we literally just got them fitted today.
Yeah.
Brand new Michelin PS2s I've gone for as a road tyre because I think they're the good all-round tyre.
Yeah. We've got a real problem like trying to coat this because like...
Yeah, you've got to avoid the chrome.
What do you want to do? You just got to really...
You just got to go in the spokes,
You've got to bung it in.
It's hard, isn't it? Because you've got the chrome bit there.
Yeah, we probably need to buff this as well. Yeah, but if you get a good bit of coating on there and then just go over the top, try
like
and stuff the chrome and then just get the material on, then we'll buff it. That's it. You're not going to be able to get it everywhere unless you sprayed it on. I mean, some guys do spray them. You can spray these coatings, but like...
But you'd have had to do that before you built them, wouldn't you? Before you put the rims
You could have
on.
coated these before you build them, but then like...
Then anyone can mark them when you're building them and that, you know, it's like, where do you draw the line?
Yeah, there is a limit. There is a limit, mate, I think you just... All you're doing is getting a bit of coating on the surface of these, and that's going to help.
Do you know what I didn't bring? The wheel centre caps.
Yeah, I haven't coated mine either, though, because I had them done afterwards.
Did you do this coating on your wheels?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. This same bottle. So it's been a while. It's probably been about 8 or 9 months. But they say if you open them, use the bottles within I think 3 to 6 months. But yeah, generally it looks okay if you seal them up good.
Yeah, that's the main thing, isn't it? Making sure it's sealed.
Yeah. So let's make sure I've got all on that inside rim bit.
Yeah.
And then we'll just gently buff the face so we've got a good finish. Because it's quite a lot of material. You can see it's added a bit of gloss. We're going to buff that back. So
yeah,
we just want the finish to be the same as it was before we started.
Yeah, these are satin.
Yeah.
I went satin just because I wanted to be a bit different. It actually ended up making the gold lighter than the sample we painted, because the sample we painted was a brighter gold, but it was on a gloss finish. And I must admit they're a bit darker than what I initially wanted or was hoping for, but that's obviously because they're duller, because they're satin.
Yeah.
But you know, that was kind of the thing I decided I wanted to do satin, only because I always have glossy gold wheels. I just thought,
how good are these applicators for doing wheels?
Yeah, they're pretty cool, aren't they?
They're good.
They get right
because
in
you
there.
use the block ones, they're good for the barrel, but they're no good for the faces. These, you can do every bit of an alloy wheel with these. You can get them into small areas, you can get them over the nuts, you can get them in between the spokes. They're so elite you don't want to use them.
It's hard to get in between those bolts, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing with all this kind of Gyeon stuff. All of the kit that comes with it, like these little applicators, it's all good stuff that they've sort of thought about. You know, like the applicators that you can use to apply these, and the microfiber and all the bits. So it's just it's a very good coating company. Yeah, this coating is beady, and it's not sticky as well, Dan. You'll see when you buff it. It's sometimes the hydrophobic coatings can be mega sticky, but this isn't. So it's
I've
a
got
good
it on the chrome a bit
compromise.
here, John. Does that matter?
No, we'll just when we wipe the face, we'll just wipe over the chrome bit, and then have I done that? I can't remember if I've done. I think I've done that bit, haven't I? Yeah, I haven't
It's
done.
hard to remember where you've been.
I haven't
isn't it?
done this bit. Yeah, trying to break it down in my head.
You almost got to start at a point and go round.
Yeah, so like that lip now, I'm just doing as one. Then the outer bit I was doing as one, and then the spokes as one, and then that bit as one. So.
Yeah, I'm just thinking I might do the bolt bit.
How much
first.
coating have we used? Probably about what? So is that a 50ml bottle or 30ml? 30ml bottle. So we've nearly done. We've probably used 15ml of coating, and we definitely got it there because you can see it. So you could probably do You could probably juice 12 alloys out of that 30ml bottle, but that'd be stretching it. You'd certainly do 8. Yeah, we'll do 8 and still have some left to play with. Right, So you've got your
microfiber
microfiber
pad is quite wet now, and it's getting on the chrome.
That does, it builds up coating, and then that coating starts to dry as well.
It's
so
going onto the chrome on this
You
one.
could have 4, but if you work quickly, so we've really used 2. By the time I've done 2 alloys, that will start getting a bit stickier, but a bit more coating loosens it up on it as well. So, you know, you typically only want to use 1, don't you? You don't want to blow through applicators, but you could use a few. And then these cloths, in theory, you should throw away once you've done this, if they're going to go on your paint. But I tend to have those big fluffy ones for when I'm doing polish and stuff, and I do use these occasionally on my paint, but I'll probably wash these and they'll probably be okay, because it's just a standard. There's standards, and some guys can live to those standards, and I've looked at that whole, if a microfiber towel, you've used it for coatings, does it really scratch your towel? Well, if you soak it in it and let it harden, then try and wash it out, I don't think you'll get it all out, and it will probably put in a bit more haze, but I don't know. There's all this detailing stuff, man. It's all like hard to do everything to those standards. I just take it, and I just take from it what works for me, and what works for me is putting the coating on, putting it on in the barrels, not buffing the barrels, putting it on the face, get your face looking nice. You should probably have some light and shine the light, but the thing I figure is if you go and you buff all this and you leave a little high spot somewhere, that's going to erode away eventually anyway. But on paintwork, I suppose you don't really want it. Oh, let me just do that. Yeah. So I just like to get it on there quickly, not worry about it too much, let it dry for an hour, you know, and then you can
rubbing the chrome now.
No, I'm just taking the coating off.
Off of the gold or off of the chrome?
It's sat there long enough. Yeah, you can give the chrome a wipe over with a clean piece if you're worried about it.
Yeah, just because where I've got the coating on the chrome.
But yeah, just wipe it off. You could coat that chrome down. It's just, even if you coat them, bare metals cloud up when the car sits outside or it just doesn't get used. It might cloud a bit less with the coating, but I found on the E36, after 6 months it's dull and I need to metal polish
it again.
The rest of the alloy's still got the coating on it, but these needed polishing, so I figure metal polish, you know, is always going to be needed.
Because it's always going to cut it back a bit and polish it.
Yeah, shine it up. Yeah, these are really nice and shiny. So
to get it shiny, you just got to keep polishing it.
Yeah.
I did, when I first got them, I did polish them a couple of times, and I just had like a Meguiar's Gold Class like wheel polish, metal polish.
Yeah, that'll work.
And I used that, and they come up all right, not to this level. Obviously, Feister's used a machine, and he knows what he's doing. He's got all the. It's what he does.
Yeah, I can't get them to this level. I just polish them and they improve. He's getting the mirror finish. Like he's spent time. It's time down. I've talked about that. Your exhaust tips, mate. I can get them looking half decent, but to get that mirror finish, you've got to work like slower and like with the right polishes and like.
Do you say I need to buff off now?
Yeah.
On the gold.
Yeah. Absolutely. Only needs, after 30 seconds to a minute, it's the stuff that's stuck to the surface is like apparently bonded, and you're just taking off the excess. So like you can. Some people buff them straight away, but we're
not going to bother on the back. We're just doing the front.
No, I'd leave it in the barrels. Yeah,
because it's just more the merrier, really, on the back.
You can't see anything in there. It's all pitch black. Like you're not going to see it.
It's just extra protection, isn't it?
It's going to, as soon as you start using the car, it's going to be blasted with brake dust. So by not buffing it, I figure the layer of coating that cures is going to be like at least
twice as thick as the one they're buffing.
Maybe even a lot more. I don't know. I'd like to know.
I would imagine, actually.
Question for the viewers. I reckon it might be like, if you don't buff, I reckon you might get like 6 or 7 microns of coating, and if you buff, you might get like 1. Now, who knows? Yeah. So this is good. This is absolutely fine. These look lovely, mate. These are lovely. Really nice alloys. They just bring you in.
They're a bit different as well because they're very period correct. You know, our cars, John, are 1998 cars. Yeah. And these wheels are, believe it or not, are 98, 99. So Mercedes used these wheels on the DTM CLK car. You know, what he did, a road legal race car.
Yeah.
These were the wheels that were on it because Mercedes used these wheels in Le Mans.
Really nice. The gold works as well, mate.
Yeah.
They're going to look lovely on the white car.
Well, when they were silver, they were just a bit dull and they didn't stand out.
They were all chewed up as well.
Gold's my signature colour now. All my
These
cars
were chewed up, man.
Oh, they were bad.
He's done a good job.
Feist had a big job on those because
Yeah.
they were. He sent me pictures and they weren't straight. They had a wobble in them when you put them on a machine.
Yeah, they get
where
wet
they've been
sanded.
sanded down in the wrong place.
Yeah, so you got to
in
level
one
them all.
spot. So he had to file them.
That's the sort of thing I do. I sanded the little curbing marks out of mine, and you can see the little distortion when you flatten
distortions.
them.
That's it.
Because you don't want to sand the whole thing, but then he's probably sanded the whole thing to get them level. So there you go. Yeah, I mean, like, you know what I mean. That finish.
We've got to make the tyres look pretty, haven't we?
Yeah, we're going to dress the tyres. So we're just going to use the Gyeon.
I don't mind a fairly glossy one on the tyres, John, because
Mate,
these are show car wheels. I don't generally dress the track car wheels, obviously.
I don't really care about durability.
Yeah, because I'll put it on as often
Just
as I
like
need
keep
to.
doing it every couple of weeks. Dress them up, mate. Scrub them down, dress them up. Yeah, so they're brand new. So it's all that stuff. It's like a bit of zonin that's difficult to remove. It's kind of quite thick, but just dress over it and it'll break down, and it will look great. The dressing masks all of that. So we could prep them a bit more, but yeah, we won't.
We won't.
Standards. Yeah, no, they'll look great, mate, when they're all dressed up. We won't dress them right now. What we can do is
polish the lip.
Yes, we can put this on, but really we shouldn't put this on right now, because what we want to do now is just leave these for at least 1 hour before we do anything, and for all intensive purposes, it will be dry. And it's a really nice day, actually. It's a good day for a coat. What is it, about 15 degrees?
Yeah, about 14, 15 today, which is all right, isn't it?
Yeah,
You can feel a bit of warm air coming in.
Yeah, so we'll give these an hour. We'll have a few cups of tea, talk a load of nonsense about future plans with cars and things, and yeah. And then,
I've got to be done. As soon as I finish this car, I've got to start the next one.
I've been in my garage for like hours for the last few days, messing around with alarm modules in this, and every 5 minutes I'm messaging him on WhatsApp. These cars are rubbish.
And I tell him the #1 mod I do on all 996s is delete
turn the alarm
system straight away.
I was adamant I wasn't going to do it. Now I'm convinced I might just unplug the little chirper. But I need to, because I spent hours on this door card as well. Hours. I've come to the conclusion that if you break a regulator in these cars, it's because it's straining, because the outer and inner gaskets go, the felt lining.
Don't bore him with that, John. Jesus,
Mate, this is fascinating to me. And what I can tell you is, unfortunately, the outer gaskets go right on the edge, but the inner one along here stays good. It's a big thick pad, but the inner gasket goes up here. Okay, they're about 300 quid each, and the regulator's about 300 quid. So if you've got a 25-year-old Porsche 996, each door is going to probably need doing, definitely with seals. And most people would just leave it till it breaks. When you wind the door down, if it pinches on these seals and they tuck in and flip back up, then you've got a problem. It also puts the regulator and the window under so much pressure that the dip function doesn't work, even if you cable tie it, which is a problem I've got. So I've worked around it by setting the door height a little bit lower, but it still shuffles in. So I've got a working door, and I figure at some point I need to do all seals on my car, but I'll wait for Dan to get a breaker with good seals. He had a breaker, and I went and nicked his seals, put them on, and they were worn as well.
What's that? I had a breaker, and you came around and nicked parts off it.
Nicked
That's
all the
not
parts.
like you, is it, John?
Even the little clips. Look, I got them here. I got the clips to go back on. I put all the door back on and forgot to connect the handle, so I've got to take the door card off when Dan goes. Another really cool hack is I put, where this part of the seal had worn, I got some super glue when the glass was down, and just put some super glue along the rubber that's exposed, and on that inner side there, then left it overnight with the window down, obviously, or you're going to glue your window shut. And I came back and it worked, because this was pulling the seal down here. And look, if you look now, it ain't pulling the seal. You can just see the trace of super glue, or you probably can't. So I was well pleased with myself there. You can see it's struggling, but that's because just generally these are old seals, but that's okay. So this, I've managed to fix that. I understand these regulators and how this all works now because I've played around with them for hours. So there we go, guys. We're going to end this one. Dan, love these alloys, mate. They need to see your white peril because it's coming along.
On there. She'll be on.
Yeah, Dan got the paint back from Matt ASR, who did the front and rear bumper, and it looks fantastic. And now those wheels are going to go on when they're all finished.
Not this Sunday, next Sunday it'll all be done.
Yeah.
On display at Legends at Goodwood.
You've got some Alcantara bits to go on the inside, and then the inside will get
free
back.
buckets back in if John hasn't stolen.
Oh, I love those. Mate, they're so special. But yeah, today's video really, Gyeon Prep, Gyeon Rim, that can do the majority of work. A bit of FK 1000p for any bare metal that you want to polish all the time. A tyre dressing, we're using the Tyre Express, and that will get these looking banging. And thank you, Dan. We've had fun today.
Cheers.
Woohoo!